Welcome everybody. Oh, thank you for the gifted subs. T-spin raid. I have to practice. I always play Tetris on my Switch, so I'm used to the Switch controller, and then when I've used the D-pad on the Xbox controller, it just feels weird. I need to get used to it. Or maybe I should do keyboard. Maybe I could do keyboard. I'll figure it out. Anyway, Cabe, thank you so much for 10 gifted. A few resubs. Fearlobe, wasn't me. Leafy, thank you for your resubs. Blazing, thank you for the 5 gifted. Ren, thank you for 10 gifted. And then 10 again before that. Jesus, thank you for 20. Speakman, thank you for 10. Demeki, thank you for 29 months. Dandaroth, thank you for 20 gifted subs. They are on sale today. Surfing rate. No surfing. We should play more. More Tetris, more Tetris. Thank you for the resubs, Simon says. Chomps. And White Not Heaven. Thank you all. Why do anything? I'm gonna make my titles more and more depressing. You know? And then people click and they're like pleasantly surprised. I think it's nice. I think it's good. Nihilism title. Yeah, next one should be like Doom Spiral City. Get in now, you know? Gotta give some now before I collect crippling debt. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's we can crowdsource some title ideas, you know, with time. Should have snuck in Shade. Feeling like a Shade song right now. Oh my god. Just put yourself into more debt with a new car. Hell yeah. Well, hey, sometimes it's needed. Anyway. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Are you aware of the Nintendo Direct that just happened? Did you experience that? Because I'm real excited. I'm real excited. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Let me get the list. Let me get the list. They did not announce the Switch 2, which is okay. I wasn't really expecting them to do it at this one. Some stuff that they announced I was hoping would be on the Switch 2 instead, but that's okay. So I still like the Switch, so it's fine. Yeah, there's another Direct happening next week. So, you know, we're about to get there. I'm curious if some of the stuff that's on here, if any of this will also be announced as on the Switch 2 as well. I want to say no, which is terrible for me because I love Metroid Prime. Okay, so they talked about Prime 4 and I was like, yes, and I'm really hoping they do it like what they did with Breath of the Wild, right, where they had it on Wii U and Switch. I'm kind of hoping they do one of those. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, here's everything in order. I'll just mention the things I care about. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Remake 2025. I'm glad for that. Patapon and Patapon 2. They're doing Patapon 1 and 2 Replay. I love those games so much. I played so much Patapon on my PSP. So much. And they're going to put them on Switch? We're playing them. We're playing them. I fucking love those games. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. August 27th. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That's the one I'm most excited for. I was like, if they don't announce this today, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. You know? I was like really waiting for it. So we have that. Gradius Origins. Okay, I actually really liked the OG Gradius, so I'm kind of excited for that. There's the new Pokemon Legends game. I'll probably play it. I love Pokemon, you know? Oh, the new Rhythm Heaven. Oh my god. I'm really excited for that one. They added the virtual game card feature, which I like. Basically, you can buy a game virtually, but then have the same experience as, you know, when you're not playing a game on your system, you can hand a friend the cartridge. They're letting you do that virtually, depending on some things, like being on the same account and stuff like that for your online, etc. So I thought that was good. Everybody's Golf, Hot Shots. I love golf games, so I might actually play that one. And then the one I was most surprised by was a new Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream in 2026. I was not expecting that. But there, here we are. Here we are, we're getting Tomodachi Life back. So, okay. Yeah, that was like, they came out of nowhere with the steel chair. They're just like, yeah, new Tomodachi Life. So I'm kind of excited. I'm excited. Rhythm Heaven was your most hype announcement. Yeah, for me, honestly, Metroid Prime 4 and Patapon are the ones on here that I'm like, I'm vibrating, and I'm sitting here like, ooh, it's time. It's time. I will say, what I really want is Metroid Prime 4 to end up on Switch 2. I'm hoping they do it. And yeah, Byte said it. He said Prime 4 basically just said coming 2025. Didn't say it was going to be Switch. Based on visuals, feels like they're teasing it for Switch 2. I think so too. I really am hoping for it. I love Prime so fucking much. I'm hoping they announce next week that Prime 4 will be on Switch 2. And I would love it if they would do the second and third game on the Switch. Like, sooner. I think people, you know, they remastered the first game, and that remaster was really nice. I'm hoping they do something like that. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Miko. Oh, Nucky, good boy. Nucky does this thing where when he climbs out of his little chair here, he, like, slides out very slowly, puts his arms down, and he, like, hangs them really low and sits there like that for a minute, and then slowly slides out like a noodle. There we go. But I hope, I don't know. Well, we're going to get a Switch 2 date soon. What I'm really hoping for is the following. Switch 2 release date with 2 titles coming out. Now, obviously other titles should come out with it, but 2 titles that I want are Metroid Prime 4 Beyond to be on Switch 2 and a new Animal Crossing. That's what we need, okay? That's what we need in this world. And I want it to be like the last one, but better. The last one had a lot of issues and a lot of good things, and I just need it mixed. I want a bigger place. I want it to be huge. I want the villagers to say unique things. I don't know. We'll see. And Mario Kart 9, oh yeah. I agree. There will almost definitely be a new 3D Mario, because I don't see a world where they release a Nintendo console without a new Mario title. I just don't think it'll happen. Now, you know what I'm hoping for? I don't think they'll do this. I want, okay, I'll put money on this even though I doubt it's going to happen. Super Mario Sunshine 2. That's what I want. I want the new Mario title to be a new Sunshine, and then they have a summer release date. That is my dream. I don't think they'll do that, but I really want like a sunshine coated game. I want that. Galaxy 3. Yeah, I'm a chuckster. I would love that. Sunshine 2 was good. Hey, I argue that Sunshine is a great game. I think that game is great. It has a couple issues with controls that make it real jank at times, but I think the game was fucking incredible regardless. So I'm hoping for it. I kind of don't think it'll happen, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Are there people saying Sunshine is not a great game? Yes, basically everyone loves it, but they hate a lot of the controls. Because when you climb something or you jump and you land, you like auto run a little. When you turn, you scoot into a weird direction. Very easy for you to fall off of everything. So it could be a bit frustrating to play because the controls weren't completely tight. So that's what people hate about it. But at the time when it came out, no one complained. Just saying. No one complained at the time. It was something that people complained about after they got Galaxy. And they were like, oh, you know, we don't want to do that thing with Sunshine, or that we did with Sunshine. We want this to be better. So they tightened it up and put out Galaxy. That's when people look back at Sunshine and they go, oh, that game sucked. Bitch, it was good, okay? It was good because you have to understand it was, you know, a game of the time. I would love if they do another Pikmin. I think it's a little too soon. I don't think they will. We just got Pikmin 4. I mean, come on. But I'm hoping they do. Or, hear me out, Pikmin 1 and 2 remaster. Ooh. So Pikmin 3, Pikmin 4, you know, take like the engines they're in and remaster the first and second games on that. I would like to see that. That first game has so much charm, but, you know, you go back and play it, it looks old. It looks old. So I'd love if they did something like that, personally. I don't know if they'll do it, but, you know. We'll see. We'll see. Flood 2 design is based off of Switch 2. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'll probably replay Sunshine this summer again. Every other summer, at least, I replay Sunshine. And you know what? I'm feeling it for this one. I'm feeling it for this one. We're getting there. So, expect that. Expect that. I would like to just replay some more GameCube shit. I haven't done that in a long while. I gotta figure out what makes sense, though. What makes sense to replay? I don't know right now, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I also want to note, I'm going to retweet this later, just when it's not too close to another tweet, because then they nerf each other. I want to note that Fish drew something. Wait for it. I think we're going to play a game today where we do a lot of crimes. I don't know if you've seen it. Schedule 1. We're going to be a drug kingpin today. So I think we're going to do that today. So I just thought it was really funny that I saw this on Twitter while I was also thinking about playing a game where we become a huge criminal. I thought it was funny. Oh, that was funny. Let's put it behind him. This is a good phone background. I might make this my phone background. I might do it. We're playing the Mafia game trilogy. Mafia? Maybe. Maybe. We played some Hitman. I kind of at some point want to go back and play more of the freelancer mode. I put it off for a bit. We played a little. But if there's ever a day where I'm like, I have no fucking clue what to play. I can't decide. I don't even know. I think if I have one of those days, we'll pull out Hitman Freelancer. Yeah, we'll play Shitmans. Mafia Remaster was great, and the other games do not exist. Yeah. I get you. I get you. Shitman, shit. I feel like almost all the major Wii U titles have come to Switch. But you want Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. I love Wind Waker so much. So fucking much. We replayed the whole thing on stream. I would replay that game 10 times over. That is just a perfect Zelda game to me, honestly. I do think there's some annoyance with the sailing around, whatever. I hear people complain about it. It's not bad. It doesn't take that long. Just have some damn patience, number 1. Number 2, the story was so tight. Number 3, they gave Ganondorf a real personality. He's not just like, ooh, big bad guy. You see him develop into and become affected by the thing he is. And he starts off as some big wizard guy, which is, you know, makes sense for the character, and then, you know, he's kind of corrupted by what's within, etc., etc. It's good. It's good. And the world was so nice. All of the NPCs had a purpose or a personality. They were all recognizable. And that's something I feel a lot of games right now aren't giving me. So I really appreciate it. I feel like they did that in Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom. Like, they did have a lot of characters having purpose and personality. I just think there were also definitely enough extras. I would like to see a little more depth with all of that, so the side questing in each area could be a little deeper, because, you know, Wind Waker really had it down in that way. They really had it down. So I don't know. And the game was just fun to play. Like, the controls, everything just felt nice. For a GameCube game especially, it was like one of the best. So, oh, Wind Waker added the fast sale. Yeah, I really never minded it that much, especially if I was streaming it. We would just turn and I would talk to chat for a little bit, and then we'd be there. So, you know, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. You think Wind Waker's combat is the best in the series? Yeah, honestly, like, it was really good. It was really, really good. I think there's some things they did in Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom that made the combat feel really nice in that game. But yeah, like, Wind Waker had it down. No frills. Wind Waker's photo quest made each character have a personality for sure, even if it was Rito Guard 3. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, everyone had something. Every single character. I think they kind of did that in the most recent 2 games. But the characters look the same. You know, I wish the designs just differed a little more. Just a tiny bit more. To make it make sense. But yeah, I don't know. Wind Waker is just like it's a perfect Zelda game. Straight up. So if you can all go and play it, really do it. Twilight Princess had the best combat, you think? Yeah, I think if you could kind of smash those two together, it'd be perfect. That era had the right shit. Rolling around slicing darkness armor. Oh, yeah. The roll, and then you slice the two, like, that red X of rope that holds his armor. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. Like, that's what I'm saying. We didn't really have those kinds of combat maneuvers in the last 2 games. So I really appreciated that. I really did. I don't know. Yeah, the world building was flawless. The idea of it being so long after the older games they'd mostly been forgotten was revolutionary. I agree. And the thing is, everyone was always so concerned about timeline and what ties what together. And the fact that they just made it like, yeah, there was a Hyrule, and it's just so fucking old we don't even know enough about it. There you go. So it didn't, like, mess anything up, was really, really good. It made you both nostalgic for older games, but without putting so much detail in that you were, like, there to pick it apart. I liked it. Skyward Sword had the best dungeons. I loved Skyward Sword too. I did. You had a rough time with Tears of the Kingdom? I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, you said they're good games, just not good Zelda games. I thought they were good Zelda games. I think the thing is, they were just so different. They were so different, and I took them as their own thing, and I loved them. I actually think, I think it should have just been one game. I think it should have been a proper part 1 and 2, no retconning, or it should have just been one really long game. And smashing some of what occurred in the first game into what occurred in the second game. Or, you know, keeping Tears of the Kingdom as DLC, but I think there was so much in it that that just would not have been possible. I don't know. I like them as their own thing, and I do like when a series does something different. I do. And yeah, I miss proper dungeons too. Like, I do miss that. I miss, like, the standard, like, ooh, the sages in the spirit realm. You know, they kind of brought that back a little with this game, but it's not the same. I don't know. I still love them on their own. I did. I just hope they take they take some stuff from both games and apply it to kind of the standard format that's a little more linear. I would like that. I don't know. I did actually appreciate the open world though. That there was reason to bounce back and forth. But I'm one of those people who's like, the best game ever was Majora's Mask, so you know. I still love Wind Waker, but Majora's Mask was just the best one in my opinion, so it's kind of, you know, don't listen to me. If they merged complex puzzle-based dungeons with items needed to access areas with open world, I'd probably lose my shit. That's why Majora's Mask was the best. Okay, because Majora's Mask was almost that. It was almost that. You get certain items, or you figure out how to get certain items so you can do things in a certain order. Now, if you take that and you just make it bigger, make it like the Breath of the Wild map, but you just don't do it with the time thing, okay? You could have exactly what you're saying, by like it could be done. They've done iterations of each of those things in the series, so I think they could do it. I think they could do it. Majora's Mask was deeply character focused too. That's what I liked about that and Wind Waker the most, right? Was each character had their own depth. Each area you went to had its own host of problems, and they were like in a way unconcerned with what was going on with everyone else, because they were just dealing with the shit that they have in their little area right now, and it was very contained, and you could still bounce between areas, but you know, you get into one, you're like, fuck, I need to
do your
help these
shoujo Four Swords when faction redeems chat.
Oh, Four Swords. I liked Four Swords. I mean, I could see if people are down. Everyone it mattered and everything was distinct. Exactly. We need that. We need that in a lot of games. A lot of games have so many random NPCs walking around that don't mean anything, and I just wish they would cut that out and just keep things smaller and make them all matter. You know? Wind Waker's right after Majora's Mask, very people focused. Yeah. I think during that time they had the right idea. They really did. Still have your gold Majora's Mask cartridge? Me too. Yeah, I have my OG. I have my God, I have so many old cartridges like that. I have my old Rayman. I think it was Rayman 2 that had the green cartridge. I have that one still. Incredible game, by the way. One of my most favorite old N64 games was Rayman 2. Oh my god. That game where you can never get the last lum. Tragic. I have all my old stuff though. If I look to my right, I have a cabinet that has all my old boxes for my old Pokemon games and everything. Like I have my OG Game Boy shit. So I have my Pokemon Yellow over there. I have Silver. I have Leaf Green, which came in a metallic green cardboard box. I miss the old boxes. I have all of my OG DS games. It's an entire, like, think of a bookcase, a standard, like, width of a bookcase. Take two of those shelves and fill them with old games, and I just have that sitting next to me. Oh, your mom let your nephews play your N64 after you moved away to college and got ruined and a lot of the cartridges got lost? Oh, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind, man. Yeah. Wish you could find your Yellow. Yeah, I have, there's some games I don't have the boxes for, like old, I think I have Castlevania, Belmont's Revenge, and I have things like that. Sitting there. I have OG Tetris and things. I just don't have the boxes for all of them. Someone has them. They might be like, you know, my mom's got it, one of my brothers has it, or something like that, but I have the cartridges for a lot of them. Favorite Pokemon for you is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald? Me too. Gen 3 was my favorite. Hands down, just the best. The best. And then I played Leaf Green. I loved playing that, honestly. Just the OG, but redone. It was really nice. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. You know, I have my OG, all my Battle Network games. 1 through 6. All the OG Battle Networks, which I kind of miss. I kind of want to replay. We did replay all of 6. And a little bit of 3. I would love to replay 5. Battle Network 5. Game was so good. So good. Playing your 3DS right now because you missed Monster Hunter 4U. Mm-hmm. That's the 3DS that I have. Is the 4U Silver Edition. Find it. 3DS. Have you seen that one? I'm getting a picture. Yeah, here we go. It was so cool because the texture on it looked like fur almost. It was cool. Here. Boom. This thing. That's the 3DS that I had, and then I had a normal DS, and then I also got the Zelda one for the normal DS because I had a normal blue DS, and it was kind of, some of the buttons were getting real soft because I played a lot on it, so I gave it to a younger cousin of mine and got myself a replacement. So I have that like black and gold one. Let me find it. Let me see. Yeah. It was the 3DS because actually I was getting the XL. Here. This one. Ooh. So I had that. That was my first 3DS. Looked like that. And then I got the XL below it, which had the extra, or it was like the new, was it the new Nintendo 3DS? I don't remember the name, but it had the extra stick, which I needed for 4U. So I have those ones. I have those too. Crazy how expensive a 3DS is now. How much is it? How much is it even? The control nip. I really liked that little stick though. It was good. It worked really well. What's Battle Network about? Oh, dude. No. Gregory, let me explain. As Megaman Battle Network's strongest warrior. So Megaman Battle Network was, you have a net navi. Okay, so instead of Mega Man being a robot out in the world, instead you have net navis, which are like, yeah, like a personal assistant kind of thing. And you have this little device that we didn't have smartphones at the time, really. So you have this little device that it lives in called the PET, P-E-T. So it lives in there, and then you would jack in, all right? You'd jack in, and you'd take a little jack from that device and plug him into a jack so you could get him on the internet, okay? So your little assistant, which for you was your net navi Mega Man, okay? You take your net navi and you send them out, and they'd go on the internet, and you'd control them or communicate with them from there. And viruses existed, so they would do virus busting. So you'd jack in and bust, and you would kill off viruses and things. And then there were also plenty of people that were like, you know, doing nefarious things on the internet with their net navis. So you'd like fight other net navis, and the gameplay was the most fun. So I'll show a picture. The gameplay was the best. Very simply, the best. It looked like this, okay? So you have your board on the left, their board on the right. You move around in real time. You move around, you can go up, down, left, right, you know, into any of these squares that are your color. You can move very quickly, right? And it's basically press A to use a chip, which is like, you know, a little skill that you have, or B to just shoot your buster, your Mega Buster forward. So the things on the right, they'd have an amount of health, and you just have to kill them, right? So the thing is, there would be a bar up at the top that would fill over time. And whenever it would fill, you'd press a button, and it would stop the battle. No, don't say it's basically a card game. No, don't say that. That gives the wrong impression. Now. So when the bar fills, and you press it, it pauses the battle that was moving in real time, and then pulls up a chip folder and lets you grab a couple of them, which is why people say it might look like cards. It's not cards. It's just a couple of skills you can pick up and put on you so that when you press A, you use them in the order you selected them. That's all. That's all. So then you do that little select a couple chips phase and say, okay, good. You unpause the fight, and then again, you're moving around in real time and you're fighting things on the opposite side. It was fun as fuck. It was fun as fuck. It had one of the best OSTs. The story was all solid, very tight for each one. I loved it. And yes, you did deck build a little bit. Like, you'd go out, get chips, and you could put chips in a folder, and then whatever was that in that folder is what the stuff, you know, you could grab from was when you'd be in a fight. You've truly seen nothing exactly like it before. No, there's nothing like it. Sometime later, there was an indie game made within the past, you know, however many years, called One Step from Eden, that someone made that's a little similar, but it's not so similar that I'd be like, oh, you could just play that instead. You should just go replay Battle Network. They made a Battle Network collection, didn't they? They did. They did indeed. It might be up on my Nexus, actually. But yeah, they did make a Battle Network collection, so you could go and replay them. I will say, you don't need to play the first two games. The first two games were them figuring it out phase, and it was a bit clunky. Not worth it. 3 is a good spot to start. It was one of the better games. I would say start with 3. Blue or white version, doesn't matter. Just pick whatever. And then I think the ones you need to play are 3, 5, and 6. 4 wasn't bad. I still like it. 1 and 2, very easy to just skip, to be honest. They're still good. So if you have a lot of time, go play them. But I would say play 3, 5, and 6. Just do that, and you'll have a good time. And if you want to go back and replay another one, you can. Star Force, though, I loved Star Force. It was a bit different, but I really, really, really loved Star Force. I thought they were solid. They made 3 of those. I really wish they would go back and make a new Battle Network, because I think if you could fight people over the internet, you know, in real time, the net battles could go absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. Yeah, 1 and 2 kind of stink, but after that, pretty good. Pretty much. Remember the anime? I do. The voicing for the anime was in English so bad sometimes. There were some lines that were just so awful. It was funny as fuck, though. 3 and 6 were your favorites? I think most people liked 3 and 6 the most. I have a really big love for 5. I really liked some things about the way battling felt in 5. But they were all good. And the GameCube one, which is the same world and story but more traditional. That was Network Transmission. Yeah, Network Transmission was good too. I liked that game a lot. I think I like that they kept the same story and world. I liked the idea of Mega Man being NetNavi rather than a robot. I just liked that better. I think the OST for that game was so fucking good. Okay, the Battle Network era OSTs and Network Transmission, anything from that like world, the OSTs were crazy good. So 100% recommend you play it. Yeah, absolutely recommend it. What I remember from the show was a specific scene that the kid was given 1,000,000 bomb chips and cycled through those bitches like clockwork. Yeah, he was like, I have bomb N or whatever letter he had, and then he just kept, he's like, bomb. And I was like, you can't do this in the games, but okay. You're like limited to putting a certain number of the same thing in, but whatever. Program advance, 1,000 bomb chips. Stupid. You have a personal connection to ZX Advent? Oh, I loved any of the games with Zero in it. Any of them. I liked ZX Advent, but just Zero. Just Zero was probably my favorite. So fucking good, man. I like that better than the traditional Mega Man games. And I'm a big Mega Man fan, but I think Zero, anything from that series with him, beyond that, and all the Battle Network stuff, I argue all those games were better than the standard Mega Man games. I think they could have just scrapped it and kept going with that kind of stuff forever, but they just didn't. I don't know. They feel the best to control the franchise. Yeah. I kind of wish they would do a normal Mega Man game, but in that style, but have Mega Man be the main character. I think they just didn't want to stray from the format, but I don't love the classic format compared to those, you know? I don't know. I don't know. See him for the first time in Mega Man X Cinema. Yeah, Zero was just cool as hell, man. Proto Man's alright, but Zero is the coolest. You need dash jumps in your Mega Man games. The movement was just better. They went for more Metroid-y kind of stuff, and I think it was the right move. I think it was. What about Bass? Bass was cool, but he was just like, yeah, I got a cape. I got a cape. And that was it, man. I don't know. It is a cool cape. He's like, I got a cape in my big fucking shoes. His shoes are crazy. They're Metroid, but restricted. Yeah, and I'm a big Metroid fan, so for me, you know, anything that feels like those, I will probably love. I will probably enjoy. Speaking of which, I want to go back and play more Nine Souls. I know we picked it up, and I didn't really continue it much, but I really liked that game, and I wanna do it. I just wasn't sure if people wanted to watch it and stream so much, because it's sort of just a zone out and lock in kind of game. But yeah, I love that game. Ugh. The game was cool as hell. Cool as hell. Proto Man's your favorite, so when they started showing Zero, you were pissed and hated him, but now that you're older, you appreciate him. I completely understand that. I completely get that. Yeah, yeah. Did you play Castlevania games? Every single one. Every single last one. My favorites were any of the later games with Soma in them were insanely good. Like a lot of the GBA and DS ones were really solid. I miss that. We haven't had a real Castlevania either, you know? Konami moment, but oh well, I'll just go back and replay them. Those were supposed to be really good. They were really good. They were crazy. 100% they still hold up, and you should replay them or play them if you've never played them. Soma's a weeb, and that's okay. Sorrow games, yeah, Aria and Dawn. They were so good, man. Definitely recommend. You think you'll try Kazan since it's getting compared to Lies of P very positively? Is it? You know, I do be loving Lies of P. Let me see. The first Berserker Kazan. I do have it on my wish list. I wish listed it when they like first talked about it. Should I? I mean, it looks really good. Let's see. The great General Kazan is falsely branded a traitor and mercilessly tortured. After narrowly escaping death, Kazan forms an unlikely alliance with the ghostly entity Blade Phantom, gaining otherworldly powers. Witness his journey for revenge and learn his path to becoming the first Berserker in the DNF universe. Yeah. Yeah. I did play Defoe for 500 years, so you know, I fucking love Dungeon Fighter Online. So when I saw that they were releasing this, I was like, Dungeon Fighter? I was really confused, but pleasantly surprised. Maybe we will try it. Let's see. It's set 800 years before the events of the DFO universe. Yeah, and then DF duel happened. I know. I know. I'll make no comment on a ghost being named Blade Phantom. No, he's got the cursed demon within him, Blade Phantom. Ah, that's so fucking metal, dude. That's so fucking cool. I think it looks good. Well, it released today. I'm looking at the screenshots from it. It looks really fucking good, guys. There's a picture of him screaming at a bear. he's like crouched down with his weapons out, and there's a bear and a boar like in the forest, and he's just like back at them. I think I like the main character's vibes and the environment's vibes. It all looks beautiful. I just wonder if it'll melt my computer. Maybe we play this. I don't know. I was kind of looking at playing a game about jugs, but it's like a little simulator, and I don't think it's important that we play it today. But this one just came out today, so I'm kind of... I love playing things on the day it releases. I love that. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm gonna grab it. I'm doing it right now. There's a demo to test it? No. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. He said, Kazan has been a game people won't shut the fuck up about, so it's made you not want to pay attention to it. I hate that, because my brain does that too. People keep talking about a thing, and I'm like, ugh. But you know what I started doing? I just go online less. I watch streams, okay? And I like watch YouTube videos that have nothing to do with that stuff. I avoid Twitter. I don't go on Reddit. I don't go on, like anywhere where people tend to do that, I just don't go there. I just don't go there. And when I started doing that less, I don't, yeah, right, I close my eyes so I don't see the haters. No, I genuinely like don't see as much of that stuff, so it makes it so that I am less likely to be like, oh, everyone's talking about this, so I'm, because I do that too. I get it. I'm still online. I'm just in different areas, Okay, let's see. Kazan. It's downloading. I just wonder how crazy the graphics are going to be and if I'm going to melt my GPU or not. And we'll see. If I have to turn my model off, I can turn my model off if I really gotta. We go PNG mode if needed. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. How long do we have to use your Atelier Yumia link before you stop losing benefits from it? I don't know. They never tell me those things. No sponsors tell me typically how long we can use those things. So ASAP. I don't know. I will say you can never count on it outside of the day of for things like that. Usually they still, like, it still helps, but typically you get your data back where they're like, oh, this is how you did during your campaign, and they just do like the day of, and then they just don't look at the data after that, And it's not an affiliate link, like I get direct dollars back per sale. It's more like it makes me look better to them, so they're more likely to sponsor me again. Or I can put that data when I'm pitching to another sponsor and go, hey, I usually have, at least this many people check these things out. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're more likely to give me the sponsorship. But it doesn't give me direct money. So, just saying. Just saying. I think the thing that they care about more is that you have looked at the content. So if I have a video out about it, or if I have a video that has an ad for it in there, which check my YouTube, that's the stuff that they do care about more, because then they see like, okay, you doing this thing has gotten it out to this many people. So if I have, let's say, a tweet on my Twitter that's still there, liking it and looking at it is what they care about. That's what they care about, to be honest. They go off of like impressions and stuff. So that's why I tell people, like, hey, even if you're not going to buy it, click the link. It shows that you're willing to try it, right? You're willing to look, because I said, hey, you should take a look. And you said, okay, let me take a look. That's what they're paying me for, so that's what they care about. And yeah, direct activation rate is great. If I do get a certain number of sales or a certain percentage, that's great too. But what they really care about is how many people even looked. Because what they're trying to get is just more people to see it, right? So that's it. And it's nice because that's stuff where you can help out a streamer for free, if they're like not expecting the sale necessarily. They just want to see that more people looked at it. Then it means that you can just click a link and help them, which is great. So definitely want to encourage them to sponsor streamers because I really enjoyed that stream. I love doing sponsorships because honestly, it encourages me to try a lot of things that I wasn't thinking necessarily of trying. I was just like, oh, I'll see if anyone else likes it. And it encourages me to actually be the one trying it. And it's me just doing stuff I would do on stream anyway, except now I get paid for it and I can throw that money at my editors. So, you know, that's what I like about it. So for me, my sponsor money, the way I do it is I always take that and I throw it in a pile, and I use that pile to work on projects. So it goes to my editors first. You know, more sponsor money means more video content for me, really, just one-to-one like that. And then if for some reason I got even more, I would probably like purchase, you know, get another outfit, like extraneous stuff. That's really what the sponsor money is for me. So that was how I was able to get like the 3D bodysuit and stuff, right? Was I threw that stuff into a pile from sponsors and then was eventually able to get a suit, you know? So I like doing sponsors for that reason. It gives me, you know, the ability, if I'm able to do more of them during 1 month or something, the ability to, you know, throw that at stuff, projects and stuff. Yeah, reinvest in content. Yeah, I kind of have like a rule in my head. Obviously I'll break it if I had to, but for the most part, I try to make it so that money I make just through my stream without sponsors, just through my stream, can go toward all my like life stuff. And then anything I make through sponsors, I try to reinvest as much as I can. And that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Like seeing his takes on games she normally wouldn't play. Yeah, it's gotten me to try a lot of types of games that I would just look at and not play myself, and I've turned out to like a lot of them, so it's been helpful. What kind of sponsorships did you take on at the start? None. You don't get sponsored when you're a small streamer. You don't. You just don't. I got offered like the basic shit like Raid Shadow Legends when I had 50 viewers, and I said no. That's it. I really did not get offers for sponsors until I had like 500 viewers, to be honest. Maybe some before that, but they were all shit. And the rate that they paid me, now that I know how the rates work, the rate they would pay per, like, you know, CCV to the small streamers, they just try to scam the fuck out of you all the time. Like, it sounds good, but then when you look at the rate that a bigger streamer get paid for the same thing, like it's, imagine someone getting paid 50 per hour versus someone else getting paid 20 per hour, right? Like, same number of hours, but someone's rate is just higher. It's like that with sponsors. There's a range of you should get paid this many dollars per average CCV for the past 3 months, right? That's approximately how they do it. But for some reason, they go to the really small streamers and they take that rate and they bump it down. They like the multiplier is just a lot lower for a lot of these sponsors, and it's fucked. It's fucked. There are some that are really good about it still, and they pay fairly, you know, across the board. But when I was a smaller streamer, I did not get good rates, so I didn't take them. I need to tell a good sponsor apart from a poor one. Well, when you're a small streamer, you probably can't. You wouldn't have that knowledge, and that's too vague of a question. I mean, there's too many factors. There's too many factors. But TLDR. They should be professional. They should be handing you like a proper statement of work or some sort of dossier of all the shit you need to do. They should have you sign something legally. They should not just be like, do this, we'll pay you at your PayPal. Haha. You know, like there should be an agreement. The rate falls within a range that makes sense. And then, God, I don't even know what else. Remember what the first one you accepted was? No. No, I don't at all. I think, I didn't take sponsors for the longest time. I really didn't. Because this wasn't my job for a very long time. I think at least my first year of streaming, I didn't really do many sponsors at all. I don't know what my first one was. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hold on. I'm gonna look through my old streams and I'm gonna just like scroll through. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you. I definitely was not getting them within my first couple months of streaming. Like, there's no way. See, Sea of Thieves. Then we went on we played Breath of the Wild Master Mode, Pokemon Unite. Okay, first half year guaranteed, no sponsors. I didn't take any. November 2021, still none. I was playing Pikmin and Paper Mario. Legends Arceus came out, and that's when I started playing Super Auto Pets. I played Sifu. I played Hades. Started playing Have a Nice Death. April 2022, still no sponsors. I started. This was over a year of streaming, no sponsors. Started Bug Fables, still no sponsors. Wow. Wow, I took none for so long. Holy shit. We played The Looker, we played Teardown. Oh my god. I think I might... No, not this one. That was not sponsored either. Holy shit. I think my first sponsor... Okay, I started streaming February 2021. Okay? September 2022. So like a year and a half into streaming. Temtem. I was sponsored to play Temtem. And I did. I actually had a fun time. That was like that Pokemon-like online game. I really liked that one. Next one after that was in October. The next month, No Place for Bravery. I remember that one. That was good, actually. And then that same month, No More Heroes 3 was my third sponsorship. Solid game, by the way. Solid game. Yeah, I think around then I started taking sponsors, and I got like one a month. It slowly ramped up. But that was like... Oh man, let me see. Yeah, it wasn't until I was over like 500 viewers actively that I was getting sponsors that were worth taking. For the person who's like, what, like when did you get your first one? Yeah, I was in many hundreds of viewers. I was like 500 to 800 most days, and that's when I started taking sponsors. So as a small streamer, I took none. It's not that they don't exist. I just didn't take any at that point. But I started taking them that fall because that was like when I realized I was very sick. It's when I realized I was very ill, and I was like, I'm not gonna be working my normal job for a bit. So that's when I started doing that. But until that point, I never took any. To be honest. Taylor! Taylor, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You know, they're 35% off right now, by the way. Actually, Oshi, can you make a... gift the chat. Can you make a message and pin it to the top of the chat about them being on sale today? I didn't even know. I had no clue. I had no clue, dude. So maybe pin that, because yeah, I just... Who the fuck was gonna know about that? Not me. Not me. It's saying for the next 3 days. Yeah, what is it for, though? Let me see. Like, what was the reasoning? Is it just a thing that they're doing, or is there like a special... Looks like the discount is split between Twitch and streamer earnings. Is it? Let me see. Is it really? Why? Hold on. Where did they even say that they're doing this? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be themed either. I think they're just doing sales. I don't like that they're putting the like they're taking some of the profit away from both of us, but at the same time, if it encourages more, then it encourages more. So you still make more, I guess, but I don't know. Hold on, let me check what Twitter says. Twitter will have the answer. Gifted subs are discounted. 35% off 5+. We know this. Let me check what good old Zach says. When Zach Busey says something about gifted subs, then you know. Yeah, they're off 35% off on channels with the promotion enabled until March 31st. So that's 4 or 5 days. Okay, this is Twitch's first global shared discount promotion, meaning the discount is split between Twitch and the creator. We can opt out if we want. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a test run of it, exactly. I'm curious. I mean, I guess they're just trying to see if it overall creates more revenue for people. Like, if it's good, it's good. If sharing the discount between the two still works out for everyone, then it works out for everyone. But you know, hey, you could also just donate. You know what I'm saying? like yeah, I get a 70-30 split with Twitch, but also like I get a 98% cut of anything direct donated. So if it's not about the subs for you, and if it's about just giving something, I would just do that to every streamer, to be honest. But that's just me. That's just me. Also, something really interesting. I don't know how many of you cared about this, but I figure since not a lot of you stream too much, you might be caring about this. They talked last month that like subs and bits, they wanted to open it to all creators, and some people started crashing out, freaking out on Twitter, and they were like, so what's the fucking point of affiliate? It's not special anymore. What's the fucking point? Just give everyone affiliate. You know, they're complaining. They clarified about this, and I actually really like this. They said everyone can monetize their channel, subs, bits, from day one. That's what they're gonna do soon. But affiliates can withdraw that money into their accounts. Non-affiliates will take that money and they can spend it on site. I think this is great. So they make it so anyone can turn that on, and then you can hold it, or you can go ahead and use it for bits or gifted subs elsewhere or anything. I think that's really interesting. I think that's good. I think that's a good compromise. I like that, because I think a lot of people that don't stream a lot, stream to just a couple people, aren't even going to, you know, go for affiliate or whatever. A lot of those people, they're not expecting this money to be real sources of income for them at that moment. You know, it's just sometimes they stream and a friend is like, yo, here's some gifted subs. And they're like, ah, you don't have to, you know? I think it makes sense for them to be able to have those people take that and then use it as, you know, bits credit or whatever. I think it's great. What the fuck is that, Oshi? Sell your organs ERP with Paypix. Use no punctuation. Hell yeah. Mortgage your house. Pawn your games. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You already know how it is. You already know. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, does that mention anything about ad revenue? No, it doesn't. I don't think they do any of that. I think they were just talking about subs and bits. Well, guys, it's time. Get in the bathtub. It's time to remove the kidney. I need those subs, all right? And if you really supported me, you'd know what to do. If you really cared. If you really cared. We gotta check if Kazan, works. Though I do want to say the Lies of P DLC is almost here. Very close. So as much as maybe I'll love this game, you know, I'm gonna be Lies of P and all at night. Gem, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Harpy, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you both so much. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Is that a summer? Yeah, it's soon. It's soon, but you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be playing Kazan, and the whole time I'm gonna be like, I miss Lies of P. You know, who knows? Maybe it'll be so good. They're gonna do an announcement about it soon, though. They're very soon. They're gonna have a whole thingy. Overture. So we'll see. Ren, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Hey, you know, I keep catching you occasionally. Ren just gift subs while I'm not even streaming. Have any of you noticed this? There were a couple times I like opened
No.
I opened the chat because I was gonna get ready to stream, and I saw like 30 minutes before the stream, it's just like, yeah, 20 subs, and I'm like, huh? But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Kaibit. Holy, thank you for the 5. Thank you for the 5. Can we get Oshi doing Moo as a bit redeem? I don't want to hear it. No. I don't. You can go to his stream and redeem it. Anytime, alright? I even rated him yesterday. You know what his channel is. You can go pay for it whenever you want, alright? Alright? That's on you. Yeah, you need the live one. You guys make me sick, dude. You people make me sick. Alright. We should just get straight into the game. I kind of want to just check it out. I want to see what Kazan is about. Damn! Irail, thank you for the $10. I will be getting the vast majority of that. Which is great. I will be getting 98% of that. Thank you for the bits, Ace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. All right. Okay. I want to try opening this game. I gotta refill my water first. Okay. I'm gonna refill my water first. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna play this damn game. So I'm gonna put on Cocomelon for you. We need Cocomelon. Hold on. You can watch a cat get groomed. While I go, I gotta send some DMs too, so I'm gonna do that. We're gonna turn off the BGM. I'm gonna play a cat video for you. You're gonna watch this cat video. I'm gonna go away for a second because I gotta do this.